Hey guys, Sharpen here. This is a really important video. I'm assuming everybody that watches it will find it, eerily important because it addresses probably the complaint I've got the most since I've started Global Exchange, which is support. So I want to break down the structure of these videos kind of like I'm in the middle of shooting like a dozen videos about InstaCrypto, which is our mainstream consumer mobile first application that helps people organize the crypto universe in a sequence of vendors that allows them to buy crypto, addressing obviously the problem of getting people crypto. So that's what I'm doing. In the middle of that, I'm making a subset of videos addressing GX support. This is the first video of that subset. The reason I'm putting this in the context of InstaCrypto is because InstaCrypto is the first application that the new GX support suite of technology apps is being implemented. It will not obviously be the only application. Every single GX app, and if that concept doesn't even make sense to you yet, don't worry. There are dozens of global exchange apps, both for enterprise and consumers, that are releasing, each one of them having a different user base completely, having a different use case, obviously, and they will also all incorporate the GX suite of support apps. And so there are 4 parts to the GX suite of support apps. They're all independently functioning support platforms. This video is an overview to the GX support suite. So I'm not talking about individually each one of them. That's coming up right now in the next videos. But what I am saying is that the GX suite of support apps is going to be available for any developer and any company that wants to integrate one or all 4 of them. So what I'm about to overview is something like anybody can use this for their app, for their company. It doesn't even have to be crypto. It doesn't even have to be finance related. You'll see what the value propositions are. And let me speak a couple seconds about what brought us to doing it and making it something that more people can use. I started Global Exchange, and one of the crazy ideas I had after the crazy idea of starting Global Exchange was I wanted to provide 24/7 chat support, but not through like intercom or like a web-based chat management platform that everybody uses, through WhatsApp. This literally has never been done and will never be done since, because it is completely beyond idiotic. That was you're not even proper grammar. It was that bad, that grammatically incorrectly proper. It was so insane, but I'm still so glad we did it, and I'm tempted to do elements of it again. So let me lay out how we got here. I said, okay, the crypto world has no support when I started Global Exchange, like none. Like forget about chat support or 24/7. Those words don't exist at all. Don't even support, because even if you send them a ticket, the best you're going to get is a ticket, and then we'll cross your fingers that you're going to get a response. Part of that because crypto companies had so much demand when I started Global Exchange, like late 2018. They were just coming off the big bubble, and they're like, I got 20,000 support tickets I need to respond to. I'm like, clearly I'm not prioritizing any individual one. I'm just getting around to it. So they were bottlenecked there, but it's also because crypto support is interesting. It's like financial technology support probably is similarly interesting. It's not like this is how you use it, click this button. It's almost like most of the people sending in support tickets are like people that have not questions particularly about your platform, although that does happen. It's also about how this works in general. And even if they're not asking that is what they're asking by the way that they don't understand some things on your platform, right? So if someone messages you and said, what is a trading pair? Like, I don't know what I'm trying to buy Bitcoin. What is a trading pair? You can simply say to them, well, a trading pair is just Bitcoin pegged to another currency, and that's the buy side. And you haven't helped them at all, actually. You've just told them an answer that would only make sense to somebody that knew a bunch of other information. So really, what crypto companies in the support fashion have to be responsible for is education. And that's not a short process. And so if you have to manually educate everybody, now that understands why they're really bad at responding to people. And so I'm not taking it as a slight. I'm not sending it as a slight to anybody. I just realized that was the case. So I said, okay, we can do normal, obviously, ticket support. We could do intercom level chat support on the web, or we can use this cool app that like 1 billion people use every month, which is called WhatsApp, that is available in every country, is very popular in every country, and on it you have also inbuilt calling software, basically, and as well as chatting software. And so I said, let's do it. let's do it like that. It also gave us the ability to create WhatsApp groups and essentially peg support team to user to upline and 2 founders. And we did that. I think on my phone I still have about like 1,800 WhatsApp chats, if I'm not mistaken. More than that for sure, but like that was the last time I stopped counting. And so that was incredible. Like it was so incredible that we, I think, have completely distorted everyone's sense that's used that of support in crypto or in anything, because people were used to sending a WhatsApp message. Think about this. Like when you send a WhatsApp message to your friend, you expect a response, and not just like tomorrow, like now. Same thing, people immediately, even without us responding, when they sent it, they felt like it should be responded to. Because if you send an email, you don't feel like it should be responded to immediately. Even if you send an intercom message to some chatbot on the internet, you don't feel like it'll be responded to immediately. You send a WhatsApp message, you feel like it should be responded to immediately. And so we change people's, expectations just by introducing this idea. And then we were probably 25% successful at responding, which is, take it as, as a success or as a failure. But if you're 25% successful at responding, people think you have a 1 in 4 chance of almost instant responses, and hence the presupposition that we introduced as you might be able to get instant response is completely not a lie. It's at least somewhat true, probably with a lot of failures, but with somewhat truth. And so that the user became accustomed to, at least if it's an emergency, they'll have to respond, and that definitely was the case. And so we now have made our customers believe that immediate responses are obviously normal. People that use other platforms know otherwise, but I didn't want to change that. We then released we built a software called GXChats that's now called chats.io, and what that is like a mass market kind of chatting platform between companies and humans and things like that. You'll see a lot of information about that. That has a GX token use case and a bunch of other stuff that we'll talk about later. But essentially that technology is what you guys would know as GX chats. We shut down all the WhatsApp chats and made you guys go to kind of using the GX chats. And let's say that had a 50% success rate. And part of that was bugs. Part of that was GX chats was built to be a peer-to-peer chatting system and not a support system. And part of that was just, again, the limitations of support that we had even with WhatsApp. And so now it's a 50% success rate. Let's even say less. Let's even say 25% on that as well. But at least now we're on our own platform, so we knew what problems we had. And so now we took all of the heat, and we said, okay, so this is how it works. Technology is one element. Managing customer expectations and emotions is another element, because you are dealing with their money. Education is another element. How can we put together a suite of products that A, work for all of the GX apps, but B, could work for anybody and have a benefit to the GX ecosystem? And that's essentially the GX support suite. The first application to integrate it is obviously InstaCrypto. Anybody, you are running an app, you can integrate it yourself. We have open documentation for that. You can even white label the whole thing, which we'll talk about later. But it is, the first version of it is an InstaCrypto, and it is bananas, if I do say so myself. So in the next 4 videos, I'll talk about each